Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we will know about Apex triggers. Okay, so this will be a just kind of introduction. Okay, and in the upcoming session we will talk about more in more detail about Apex triggers. Okay, so what are Apex triggers? So Apex triggers are pieces of Apex code that execute automatically when specific database event occurs, like insert, update, delete on a Salesforce object. And they let you perform custom actions before or after records are changed in the database. And triggers on server side and can handle multiple records at once. So let's see how we can create a trigger. Let's say, for example, we take account example. So I am in developer console. Here I am creating trigger from here. I am selecting trigger name. And then I need to select object for which I need to write trigger. Now you see here. So here you need to write events, trigger events. Okay, it can be before update, before insert, before delete, after update, after delete, or after undelete. Okay, so I am taking an example of before insert and before update. Okay. First, I will show you an example, then I will let you know each event. So I have a code ready here. So this is the example. Okay. So what I am doing here is for insert, when account is inserted or updated. So before insertion or update, I want to execute and trigger. What I will do, I will update account name. Okay. So if account name is null, so I will put account name automatically. Okay. Same. Okay. So let's say, let me show you an example. This account. Let's say I am just nullifying it. And okay, so it's required from here. Let me give, instead of null, let me give any t, let's say t for testing. Okay, so if I will put t, then automatically it will convert name to default account name. Okay. T, what happened? Number 7. So it's saved. Now if I have put t, now I am saying it. You see, now account has been updated to default account name. Okay, so this is the update case. Okay, now let's say I change any other name, so it will be updated or it will be updated. Test. But if I put T, it will be converted to that default account name. Okay. Now, why it is updating for update? Because I have used before update. If I use this, if I remove this before update, then what will happen? It will not convert. Let's say now I am putting T. Just a minute. Oh, sorry, I have not saved it. Okay, I have saved it. Now, if I am putting T, or first let me put trust first, then I will put T. to actually test. Okay, now I will put T to check whether it's converting or renaming the account name or not. So it will not rename. Okay, so it has not renamed because I am just using before insert. Okay, not update. Now before insert means when I will create an account and I will put T while creating, so it will automatically convert to default account name. Okay, let me show you that. I am putting T. Now it will convert to account automatic account default account name. Okay, correct. Now if let's say instead of before insert, so event is necessary. Okay, if I remove, so I think it will you will get error. I think you will get error. Okay, so event is mandatory. You see, expected token. So update is sorry, event is mandatory. So if let's say I use after insert. After insert means my account has been inserted. Now I want after insertion I want to update. But what happens because my account has been already inserted and I want to update after that. But after insertion there is no DML, you know, because in case of before insertion I am updating account name and then my account is inserted, so my account name will be updated. But if I use after insert, then my account the account name will not be renamed. Okay, as per trigger. Why? Because I am updating this account name after insertion. Okay, so let's see the case. T. So account after saving it will be T. Okay. Or you will see the exception here. Record is read only. Account trigger. Okay, account trigger. Line number 4. So means I am changing this after insertion. So it's saying account you can, means I'm getting error. Execution of after insert caused by system.finance account is read only. Okay. So if we want to validate or update fields, then account name should then before event should be used. Let's say before insert or before update or before delete. Okay. Now and for the validation as well. Let's say I want to validate. Let's say I want to update. Uh, I want to update name based on some other country or something. So this is kind of validation. Okay. Using or based on the validation I want to, let's say I want to check whether country is India, then only update the account, otherwise not. So that kind of also scenario I can do here. Okay, so let's check that example. So if country is, let's say billing country, Algeria. Okay, let's take I will take Algeria. Billing country, Algeria. Algeria, Algeria, Algeria. Okay, spelling is correct. Now, if country is Algeria, I want to put error. I want to display error because in this case, I don't want to allow create account for Algeria. Account cannot be created for Algeria. So this is this is a use case of before event. Okay. And I will use before here because after will not work here. Add error. Sorry, it will be add error. Okay. Now, if I try to update the country as Algeria, it will give me an validation. Just a minute. Code. I think it's called. Building country. Building house. Building city. I don't know why it is there. So let's say take building city. Maybe there is some code for Algeria, that's why it's not building. Let me take building city, an example. And I will create a new account using this city. Algeria. You see? Account cannot be created for Algeria. Okay? You will get this kind of error. If I use Algeria 1, so I will not get error and my account will be saved. You see? My account is saved. So if we need a custom, if we want custom validation, okay, so we can use before insert for that. So now we will talk about context variables. So this trigger.new, this is a context variable. So when account is inserted, so all the inserted accounts you will get in trigger.new. Okay. So trigger.new is a list of accounts here. A list of all the newly created accounts. Okay. In case of update, these are newly created, newly updated accounts in the trigger.new. So there are few context variables: trigger.isInsert, trigger.isUpdate, trigger.isDelete, trigger.isBefore, trigger.isAfter, and trigger.new, and trigger.old, and trigger.newMap. Okay. Trigger.oldMap and trigger.size. Trigger.newMap and oldMap are map of ID and record. ID and as object. So I think this was good example. Now there are some key points. So always design triggers to handle bulk records. Okay. So you should not, that means you should not use SOQL and DML in loops. And you should use context variable to differentiate between events. And if logic get complex, call an Apex class from that trigger for cleaner code. Okay, you can use trigger handler pattern for that. Okay, I think that was enough for today. So in the next session, we will discuss in detail. Thank you guys. All the best. Have a nice day. Bye.